We're starting the last unit of the semester today, and this unit is all about triangles, which we've done a lot with already, but we're about to do even more. Now, there's one idea for this first lesson, you guys, and it's what a midsegment is. And the pictures kind of all look the same. You can kind of see what they look like. They're nothing too unfamiliar, but a midsegment, so your one definition you got to know, a midsegment is a segment connecting the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. Okay, and we'll draw a picture for you, but it's just a segment that connects two midpoints, really. So if I kind of get a visual going, so I'm going to draw a triangle. And let's call it like ABC. And let's say that I find the midpoint of like side AB, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Maybe it's like right there. So we'll mark those two pieces congruent so I know that that's right in the middle. And let's call it M. And then maybe if I find a midpoint of another side, maybe let's choose BC. So, that looks pretty good. And we'll mark those two pieces congruent so I know that we'll call this point S is right in the middle. So M is a midpoint, S is a midpoint. If I connect these two midpoints, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is called a midsegment. Okay, so it's nothing too fancy. It's just a piece that connects two midpoints in a triangle. Now, what happens when you draw that, that's the main thing that you guys want to know. So I'm going to make a little starred note out here. You need to know that a midsegment is half, we'll put that in capital letters, it's half of the side it's parallel to. Okay, so that is the big idea, because what they're going to do is they're going to go in and tell you, like, okay, maybe this side is 5, maybe the midsegment's 5 long, and they're going to ask you, how long is this side of the triangle AC? Well, obviously these two are the sides that are parallel, so I can use my common sense there. Those two are going in the same direction. Those two are the ones that are related. The midsegment, the piece that's 5, is half of the side of the triangle. And use your common sense, you guys. This one is bigger, so I need to multiply this by 2 to get the side of the triangle, which would be 10. Okay, so sometimes they might give you the midsegment and you have to times it by 2 to get the side, but sometimes they might give you the side and you have to cut it in half to get the midsegment. Okay, but just realize that those two pieces are related. And I'm going to highlight my little bullet here. This is the main thing, really the only thing you need to know to solve all the problems. Okay, so let's do a couple examples together, literally 2. Example 1 says, in triangle EFG, so that's the whole thing, they're telling me H, J, and K are midpoints. Okay, so they're either going to mark that it's a midpoint by doing the little congruent marks like I did on our example, or they're going to tell you that they're midpoints. Do not assume. If these are midpoints, then I know that all these segments inside the triangle here, those are all midsegments because they all connect midpoints. Okay, we want to find HJ, so let's see, that's that little midsegment there. We want to find JK, and we want to find FG. So we kind of have a lot going on here. I'm going to use highlighters to make it a little bit more clear. The first piece I want to find is HJ. This midsegment, you need to pick out which side of the triangle that goes with, and it's going to be the side that it's parallel to. So those two segments in pink, those go together. And they tell me that the side of the triangle is 100. Obviously, the midsegment HJ is a lot smaller than 100, so don't times it by 2. Use your common sense. If you cut that in half, you're going to have HJ. So 100 divided by 2, HJ would be 50. Okay, the next one I want to find is JK. So that's this midsegment, which would go with side EF that it's parallel to. And same idea, they tell me that side is 60, so I cut it in half. JK is 30. Okay, the last one here, I want to find FG. And that's going to go with the midsegment HK, which they told me that the midsegment was 40. Obviously the midsegment's a lot smaller, so you're not going to say FG is 20. You're going to have to double it this time and tell me that FG is 80. So you're either multiplying by 2 or dividing by 2. There's really no in between. Number 2, I know that this is a midsegment because I see that that point is marked in the middle because those two are the same. Same thing over here. I know this is in the middle, so I know that that's a midpoint. Therefore, this is a midsegment, 3x. Okay, if you see x involved, you have to set up an equation. And you guys, use your common sense. Which one's bigger? 72 is bigger. So I need to double the midsegment for it to equal 72. So if you times 3x by 2, so let's say that's 6x equals 72, and then just divide by 6, and x is 12.